All right, so Tether. People are asking about Tether. People worried about Tether. USDT. It's a stablecoin. Well, I mean, look, if you're watching this video, you know what Tether is. So here's the thing about Tether. Nobody really knows if Tether is backed. Nobody really knows if everybody tried to redeem their Tether, whether or not they could. If there's a run on Tether, do they have the reserves to cash everybody out? We don't know. They can audit, but we don't really know. Nobody really knows. And yeah, that's a concern, and it's always been a concern. It is an ever-present risk in crypto. It is not the only risk in crypto, but it's a big one, and it's been that way from the peak at 69,000 to the bottom at $200 whenever, like way back when. All something that you need to keep in mind when you're dabbling in crypto. The thing so there's just a little bit of perspective, and then I'm going to speculate on something regarding Tether. So a little bit of perspective. Sometimes you'll see people report that the peg is slipped. Tether is not pegged in the sense that I think people are talking about. It trades on secondary markets where people will bid the price up and down. In fact, Tether trades in a band between $1.01 to 99 cents. Sometimes it goes a little bit higher than $1.01. Sometimes it goes a little bit lower than 99 cents. But it's the vast majority of the time it's in that zone. You hear about it because when somebody tweets, Tether's down to 99 cents. You don't hear about, or 98 cents. You don't hear about somebody tweets, hey, Tether's up to $1.02. Because it trades on the secondary markets, there are times where people will just sell at lower prices. And then the market comes in and it just arbitrages the difference out. Because somebody's going to look and say, okay, that's free money. And then it goes back to $1. Sometimes it goes over. People there's just more demand for Tethers than there's more demand than there are Tethers to fill that demand. And then the market arbitrages that out because somebody who bought it $1 is now has a profit, and it's an easy trade. But that is the mechanics of how Tether trades. It's not like it's a flaw or a big problem. The risk is Tether is insolvent and nobody knows about it. That's the risk. Or Tether doesn't have enough reserves to back up redemptions. That's the risk, and it's an ever-present risk. It may even be an existential risk. I don't know. We'll see. But a lot of the industry is moving away from Tether now. There are a lot of other stable coins. So I'm not going to handicap it, but just know if Tether drops, if Tether fails, we're in big trouble. The thing about it is people are like, oh, that's so shady. Oh, they don't have to. My suspicion, just based on the circumstances, based on what I've seen, based on what I know of how shady people work in traditional markets, I would not be surprised if Tether and the people who run it are closely associated with sanctions, but with people evading sanctions, evading taxes, money laundering, and other activities. I would not be surprised if that is even if the people who run Tether are not involved. My guess is they have associates. They have people who they know are clients. They know or if their clients are legit, they know their clients are moving money on behalf of people who shouldn't be moving money, and they don't want to be fully transparent or disclose this in a way that is you're just fully transparent. They want to be really cautious about this because you can imagine somebody's going to get mad if the federal authorities come down on them from their association with Tether. And if you think about it, it's kind of like the Panama Papers, right? Where there's money, it goes in, and you can't really account for it. The Panama Papers revealed that there's a lot of dark money sitting around. It may be that USDT is kind of a conduit for that dark money. When you can say, oh, that's terrible, that's bad, as anybody in New York City real estate can tell you, sometimes it's just, you got to deal with people, shady people. And it's a lot of money that they're holding. And there's a lot of shenanigans that go on when you deal with people who are basically running dirty, it's dirty money. But, nobody in Vancouver or New York or wherever is going out and trying to is saying, oh my God, Manhattan's property is going to fall apart because there's so much dark money. We know there's dark money. There's dark money in a lot of industries, and it's not good But here's the thing. The people who depend on Tether to be solvent, they're not going to they're not going to go to their regulators and say, hey, put these guys in jail. They're going to whack their knees. They're going to they might even kill them. These are bad guys and they don't have respect for the law. So if you're one of these people running Tether, you're probably being very careful to make sure that you are going to be able to redeem every single penny that comes in, because your life may depend on it. But that's speculation. It's pure speculation. It's a story. I made it up. I literally made it up. There is no evidence, no facts. It is purely a story that I told myself that I'm telling you, and it's based on nothing, because I don't know anything about what they're doing, but it wouldn't surprise me. So just keep that in mind. Relax and enjoy the ride.